Hey there, everybody! Do you love to travel and learn about new places? Great, then you are in the right place. Join Jasmine the cat and Gracie the tortoise as they have fun traveling the beautiful United States and learning lots of cool new facts.
Hello there, friends. It's Jasmine, the jazzy gray cat, here with my bestie Gracie, the super smart tortoise. Say hi, Gracie.
Greetings, my good friends. Gracie here. Are you ready to go with us to explore Wyoming, our 44th state? The capital biggest city is Cheyenne.
I am so excited, Gracie. Did you know that Wyoming has the smallest amount of people living in their state than in any other state? I wonder why.
Well, Jasmine, Wyoming has a beautiful landscape with high rocky ground, valleys, flat areas called plains, and large flat treeless basins which are dips in the earth. These land features, although they are lovely to see, make it hard to live here.
Oh, thanks for the explanation. I get it now. Wyoming is a lovely name, isn't it? But you know what? No one is quite sure where that name came from. Most people agree that the word refers to a large, flat prairie place. And now that we know what the land is like, that name sure fits. Wyoming is also nicknamed the Equality State. Equality means being fair and equal to everyone. People in Wyoming sure believe in equality because this was the first state to let women vote, be on a jury, and own their own property.
Having equality for everyone is wonderful, but I'm sorry to say that Wyoming's history has not always been so peaceful. When it became a U.S. territory in 1868, the Native Americans that lived here fought with the cavalry. Cavalry are soldiers who fought riding horses. The Native Americans were not successful, and by 1890, Wyoming became the 44th state. Members of the Shoshone and Arapaho tribes still live in Wyoming today.
And we'll see lots of the same animals that we have been seeing in the other western states, like bison, black and grizzly bears, pronghorn and bighorn sheep, birds like prairie falcons and mountain bluebirds. I love bluebirds. They make me happy. And so do the wildflowers here, like the state flower, the Indian paintbrush. This is a great name for the flower because it really does look like a paintbrush. Also, I'm going to look for pink fairy flowers. They sound super cute. They look like tiny pink lily flowers. I can just imagine fairies wearing the flowers as hats and skirts. Adorable.
Seeing the prairies dotted with wildflowers only adds to the beauty. Wyoming has many natural resources that benefit our whole country, such as coal and bentonite.
Bentonite? What's that?
Jasmine, I'm surprised you don't know. Bentonite is a natural clay that comes from volcanic ash. It's used in many ways, such as in foods, construction work, and one that's important to cats, cat litter.
You said it, Gracie. I am definitely glad Wyoming has bentonite. Maybe I should pick up some while I'm here. We better get over to the map and see where we're going.
I agree. Do you see it, Jazzy?
I sure do. We've got Montana in the north, Montana, Idaho, and Utah to the west, Utah and Colorado to the south, and Nebraska and South Dakota to the east. Cute Blue Camper and Princess Bed await. Let's go.
I am right behind you and have my famous person already, Jackson Pollock. Jackson Pollock was a painter whose style was modern art. He painted using the drip technique instead of using a brush. Jackson would pour or drip paint onto his canvases. Doing this created abstract paintings which were very messy looking. These paintings were designed to make you feel instead of being a picture that looked like a house or a dog.
I've seen Jackson Pollock's paintings and they are crazy looking. Some make me feel happy and others make me feel sad. My famous person was also an artist, the writer Patricia McLaughlin. She was born in Cheyenne and wrote books for children. Her most famous book is Sarah Plain and Tall. It's the story of how Sarah, who said she was plain and tall, comes from Maine to Kansas when Papa places an advertisement for a wife and mother. Sarah comes to love Anna and Caleb, but she also misses Maine. If you want to know the ending, you'll have to read the book. It's totally excellent.
I'm always looking for another great book. I'll get a copy from the library when we get home.
Then we can have a book club. Did you know that Wyoming state sport is rodeo? Well, it is. One of the largest rodeos takes place every year at the Cheyenne Frontiers Day celebration. It goes for 9 days, and the final event is the crowning of a bull riding champion. I wonder what kind of crown the winner gets. I hope it has gems.
Sounds like an exciting celebration. Now let's get out and explore our first stop, Yellowstone National Park. Yellowstone is our first, largest, and most famous national park. It's in the northwestern part of Wyoming, as well as parts of southern Montana and eastern Idaho. The park has lots of hot springs, geysers, mud pots, and fumaroles. I just can't wait to see the geyser Old Faithful.
Whoa, wait a minute, Gracie. I know that hot springs are hot water and geysers are hot springs that erupt, but mud pots? Fumaroles? What are they?
Not to worry, Jazzy, I'll explain. Mud pots are hot springs filled with bubbling, boiling mud. Fumaroles are an opening in the earth that lets out hot steam.
Got it. Let's go find some. Oh my, look at the beautiful colors of the Grand Prismatic Spring. It's like a rainbow pool. See the colors? I see rings of red, orange, yellow, green with blue in the middle. I wonder what makes these colors.
It is a truly amazing pool and so big. It's 370 feet across and 160 feet deep. The colors are made by microbial mats, which are large groups of tiny microorganisms like bacteria that are all tangled up together, sort of like a big rug in the water.
I'll say a super cool rainbow rug. Wow, Gracie, over there. Do you see all the bison? There must be hundreds of them here in the Lamar Valley. Oh no, they're in the road and causing a traffic jam. Beep, beep, bison.
They are majestic animals. Bison are now a symbol of our country, just like the bald eagle. Now, the place I've been waiting for, the Upper Geyser Basin and Old Faithful. It erupts about every 90 minutes, or 17 times a day, so we want to get going. There are lots of other geysers in the park, but Old Faithful is the most regular as to when it will go off. Here we are on the boardwalk, and just in time. It's ready to erupt.
It's starting. I can see little spurts of water coming out. It's going. It's huge. The water goes up about 185 feet in the air. That's like 37-foot Christmas trees stacked on top of each other. And the water is super hot, 204 degrees Fahrenheit. That's almost as hot as boiling water. And the steam is even hotter at 350 degrees. That's how hot it is in an oven when you bake a cake. No wonder we have to stay back 300 feet. We don't want to get burned.
That was an impressive sight. Another thing to check off my bucket list. Time for a little relaxation at the boiling river.
Boiling river? Won't that be too hot?
No, it won't, Jazz. It'll be just like a hot tub. The water is a combination of hot spring and cool mountain river water. The mix of the two makes the perfect temperature.
Gracie, you're right. The water is just lovely. So smart of you to bring a picnic lunch. Yummy!
Thank you, Jazzy. I know how you enjoy a snack. There is so much to see and do here at Yellowstone. You can go hiking, camping, fishing, boating, swimming, see waterfalls, animals, and more. It would take days to do it all. How about one last stop at Mammoth Hot Springs? It's a very different kind of hot spring. For thousands of years, the hot water has been dissolving the limestone rock, and as it cools, the rock hardens into new shapes, like frozen waterfalls. And you know what? It's still slowly changing every day.
Oh, it is gorgeous. Look at the geyser basin. It has such pretty colors in it. I can see white, pink, even red.
The terraces or basins get the color from tiny organisms living in the hot water pools. It is truly a natural work of art. Over there, I see the Liberty Cap. It's a 37-foot high pile of rock. The name comes from when explorers thought it looked like a hat worn in the French Revolution.
Really? That is one weird-shaped hat. I think it looks more like an upside-down ice cream cone. And look, the palette spring is totally amazing. I think the rocks look like yummy caramel and vanilla ice cream starting to melt while they wait for a super big spoon or an ice cream cone. Maybe we could use the Liberty Cap as the ice cream cone. Yellowstone Park has been so impressive. I can't believe the cool things that nature can do.
I totally agree, Jasmine. A fantastic work of nature. On to the mountain town of Jackson Hole. Here we'll find ski resorts, dude ranches, and even wildlife safaris. We're going to visit the National Museum of Wildlife Art. The museum is all about the wildlife that lives in the area and has a beautiful sculpture trail. I can't wait to explore all the sculptures on the trail.
Me either, Gracie. Ooh, look! The museum looks just like a ruined castle. Come on, follow me to the sculpture trail. Wow, look over there! Those buffalo sculptures are huge! And those moose look like they're just going to gallop away through the mountains.
These Native American spirit totems are so fascinating. Each one tells a story.
I'm gonna climb on this bunny sculpture. This is a great way to enjoy art.
It certainly is. We can also see the National Elk Refuge from the trail. About 7,500 elk come here each winter.
Too bad there aren't any elk here now. We'll have to come back in the winter and take a fun horse-drawn sleigh ride to see the elk.
Excellent idea. Come on, now we're off to our first national monument, Devil's Tower in the Black Hills. This place has always been an important spot for many different Native American tribes who have all had a special name for the rock. Many of the names had to do with bears, and the rock has been called Bear's House or Bear's Lodge. Devil's Tower is very tall, at 1,267 feet high, and is also very old, about 50 million years old. It is made from the lava of a volcano and is called a flatirons rock because the rock has been worn away into almost a triangular shape, like an old-fashioned iron used for ironing clothes.
Gracie, I see it! That big stone mountain in the middle of the flat land. It is tall. I hear people can climb it, but I think I'll pass. It would take about 4 hours. I know a Native American story about Devil's Rock. Want to hear it?
Of course I do.
Great! One day, while picking flowers in the forest, some girls from the Sioux tribe were chased by bears. They ran as fast as they could, but the bears were close behind. To save them, the Great Spirit helped by lifting them up to the top of the rock. The bears tried climbing up after them, but they couldn't get a good hold with their claws, and they kept sliding down. The girls were safe, but the bear's claws left scratch marks behind on the rock, which we can still see today. Isn't that a great story?
Yes, it is, and a great tale to end out our exploration. Now back into our cute blue camper and some jokes. I think we should do bear jokes today.
Great idea. Here goes. What do you call a bear with no teeth?
Toothless?
No, Gracie, a gummy bear. Your turn.
That was a good joke, Jasmine. My turn. What do grizzlies do when they're having a bad day?
Oh, I know this one. They grin and bear it.
Good guess. You got it right. Now, my favorite place was Yellowstone National Park and seeing Old Faithful.
I just knew that would be your favorite, Gracie. And it's mine, too. But I love seeing the rainbow colors in the Grand Prismatic Spring. How about you, friends? What was your favorite spot? Don't forget to tell someone you love. And don't forget to come back next week for Utah. Bye now. Say goodbye, Gracie.
Goodbye, my dear friends. Thanks for coming, and see you next time.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining Jasmine and Gracie on their adventure today. Come back next week for the next one.
Hello, everybody. It's Gwen here. If you want to know more about the places we visited, just go to our website, jasmineandgracie.podbean.com, and go to the sources page, and you can find out all about the great places that we visited. See you next week. Bye-bye.